Stop spending your half dollars. Most people think a Kennedy coin from the 1970s is only worth 50 cents because it has absolutely zero silver in it. But look at this exact 1973 coin right here. It just sold at auction for a staggering $6,600. Why? Because while millions of these were thrown into pocket change and beaten up at grocery stores, a tiny handful of flawless survivors and hidden mint errors became the ultimate holy grail for collectors. In this video, I am showing you the exact microscopic details to look for so you don't accidentally spend a literal fortune. To truly understand why the 1973 half dollar is such a sleeper hit, we have to look at the timeline. The year 1973 marked exactly 10 years since the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. When this coin series first launched in 1964, the public hoarded them out of sheer love and grief for the 35th president. But by 1973, the composition had dramatically changed. The original 1964 coins were made of 90% silver. From 1965 to 1970, that dropped to 40% silver. By the time 1973 rolled around, these coins carried zero silver content. They were struck on a base metal composition, 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper center. Because there was no precious metal inside, millions of these coins were thrown straight into circulation. People spent them at grocery stores, gas stations, and banks. They were treated as ordinary tools of commerce. And that ordinary status is exactly what makes high-quality survivors so incredibly scarce today. Let's look at the hard data. In 1973, the United States Mint produced regular business strike coins at two main locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Let's break down the production numbers and the massive record-breaking prices these coins have fetched at elite auctions. First, we have the 1973 Philadelphia strike, which features no mint mark on the front side. The Mint produced around 64.9 million of these. The record auction value for a pristine example is an unbelievable $6,600 at a Mint State 66 grade. Next up is the 1973 Denver strike. Marked with a small d, they made about 83.1 million of these, and the record price stands at over $5,200 for a Mint State 67 grade. Finally, the San Francisco Mint produced around 2.7 million proof coins with an S Mint mark for collectors, which generally sell for $100 to $200 today in flawless condition. Why is that Philadelphia coin worth so much? Because finding a 1973 half dollar from the pocket change era without deep scratches, heavy dings, or circulation wear is a monumental task. The uncirculated business strikes from this specific year have some of the lowest production numbers of the entire mid-70s era, making pristine examples a major prize for collectors who want the absolute best quality. Now, let's get into the most exciting part, the hunt for errors. If you have a 1973 half dollar, you want to get out a magnifying glass or a coin microscope right now. Here are the top 3 things you need to inspect. Number 1 is the Doubled Die Obverse. Look incredibly closely at the text "In God We Trust" and the letters in the word "Liberty." You are looking for clear splitting or doubling on the edges of the letters. If the coin die shifted during production, it creates a dual image that collectors will pay a heavy premium to own. Number 2 is the famous missing FG error. Turn the coin over to the reverse side. Look right between the eagle's left leg and the tail feathers. You should see the initials FG for the legendary engraver Frank Gasparo. On some rare errors due to aggressive die polishing at the Mint, these initials completely disappear. A true no FG 1973 variety is an instant money maker. Number 3 is planchet flaws. Keep an eye out for coins struck on the wrong metal blanks or showing severe clipped edges from the factory line. If you find one, how do you know if you hit the jackpot? It all comes down to grading. If your 1973 coin is worn out, dirty, and has smooth hair details on Kennedy's portrait, it is considered a circulated coin. Realistically, these are only worth their face value of 50 cents. However, if you find a coin that has been tucked away in an official U.S. Mint set or a forgotten bankroll, and it retains its brilliant, original shine with absolutely no surface scratches, you have a prime candidate for professional grading. Sending a flawless coin to companies like PCGS or NGC to get certified is the exact gateway to unlocking those thousands of dollars in value we talked about earlier. The moral of the story is simple. Never underestimate the loose change hiding right under your nose. The 1973 Kennedy half-dollar proves that you don't need gold or silver to find a highly valuable piece of American history. So go check those coin jars, inspect those dates, and look out for those rare mint errors. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into rare coins that could make you rich, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below if you have ever found a Kennedy half-dollar in the wild. Thanks for watching and happy hunting.